So we're going to talk about annuities. This is on page 32 in your packet. Annuities are special types of investments. They're very popular for when people are planning for retirement. You make a series of payments over the course of a certain number of years, a certain number of times a year. And these payments are all made in equal intervals. And then at the end of the life of the annuity, you're paid out either a lump sum or you're paid out in equal amount payments. And people use this to plan for retirement once they're no longer receiving income. And that's one of the ways people use it. So first type of annuity you have is a fixed annuity. So your fixed annuity has a fixed interest rate. So your fixed interest rate means that whenever you start the annuity, the interest rate doesn't change. You're locked in for the life of the annuity. Then you have your variable interest rate. Your variable annuity has an interest rate that varies. Now, this type of annuity is a little more risky because it depends on the market. So when the market is high, your return is going to be high. But when the market is low, then your return is going to be low. So this one is a little more risky than your fixed interest rate, your fixed annuity. And then you have another one, which is your indexed annuity. And that one has a varied interest rate too. But the difference is you have some protection against the lows. So you're protected against those lows in the market, but in return, you're also protected against the highs, which you don't really want to be protected against because you want the return when the markets are high. All right, so if you're looking at page 32, there's this formula that looks a little scary. I'm going to rewrite it so that we can dissect it. So what your formula has here is A sub F. So this is the future value of the annuity. So the future value of the annuity is equal to R. R is going to be your recurring payment. So these are different from all your other interest questions because you're not going to have one principal amount that you invest. You're going to have a series of payments that you're going to make over the life of the annuity. Then you have 1 plus I. I is your interest rate to the N minus 1 over I. All right. So I just wrote it over here, but let's just define the variables over here. So R is your recurring payment. Your N is the total number of payments that you make. And then your I is the interest rate. And this is similar to the other questions because the interest rate's got to be a decimal. Oops. I'm sure you guys miss me misspelling things. All right, so we're now going to do a question with this. So if you're looking at page 33, we have number 1, find the interest earned and the future value of an annuity with annual payments of $1,200 for 15 years into an account that pays 4% interest per year. All right, so let's write down what we have. We have a recurring payment of $1,200 because you're making a recurring payment, an annual payment of $1,200 for 15 years. Okay, annual means once a year. So your N value means you're going to do one payment each year for 15 years. So you have 15 total payments. If it said semi-annually, then you would have 2 payments for 15 years. So 30. If it said monthly, you would have 12 payments per 15 years. So you'd have 12 times 15. All right, interest rate. Your interest rate is 4%. That does not go into the calculator. It goes in as 0.04. Okay, so now to see how valuable this annuity is, let's pretend that we don't make an investment into the annuity. Let's just pretend that you have an envelope in your house somewhere and you're like, you know what, I'm going to put in this envelope $1,200 once a year for 15 years. So if I put in $1,200 once a year for 15 years, at the end of the 15th year, I would have $18,000. This is without the annuity. So we need this here because we need to know what would happen if I didn't have the annuity in order to figure out how much money I've made if I do have the annuity. All right, so we have our final annuity value is going to be our $1,200 with our interest rate of 4% with 15 total payments into that annuity. All right, so luckily there's no variables in the exponents, so this is nice and easy to just plug directly into my calculator. All right, so notice I type it in exactly how I see it here. 1,200, the exact structure, and now after the 15 payments, which in this question happens to also be 15 years, I've earned $24,028.31. I'm rounding appropriately with it being money. All right, so this is the value of the annuity. So let's first make that clear. So after the 15 years, you're going to have this amount of money that you'll either get paid out in a lump sum or they'll divide it equally over a certain number of payments. All right. Now, if I did not invest in the annuity, remember, without the annuity, I would have had $18,000 in that envelope in my house. So in order to figure out how much interest I made, I have to take the amount of money the annuity is equal to, and I have to subtract the amount of money that I put into it because I already invested $18,000 into this annuity. This is not free money here. So if I take that and I subtract 18,000, I'll have $6,028.31. This is my interest earned. All right, let's try another one. Let's check out number 2 on that page. So find the interest earned and the future value of an annuity with monthly payments of $200 for 2 years in an account that pays 6% per year compounded monthly. All right, so I have to be careful here.